What's up, guys? MrGimms back again for another GimmsRant. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. So yeah, I've had a bit of time testing the Ringu chapter, testing the Ringu, Sadako in particular, which is the new killer, coming into the game, and that's what all this is about. Is she strong? Is she weak? Well, initial thoughts after about 9-10 games. How many did I have? 11 games? I would say she's alright. She's better. We'll get into the patch notes in a second, but yeah, first things first, I must say, she feels good, meaning just in general with the feel of the game. I think she fits, she creates a little bit of urgency with the survivors sometimes, the way they move, the way they panic. She definitely is what a lot of people would call a jack of all trades. She does have sort of Freddy, Demo. I'm hearing Ghostface sneak in there as well just because of her stealth. She has elements of the Wraith with her boost once she's come through a TV. Yeah, she's all over the place. But I must say, all in all, together, as a package, she's very fun. And I've played against her only 3 times now. Only 3 times, and each time has been really fun. And maybe that's because it's a breath of fresh air being that it's in the latest chapter or whatever. But she's cool. There's definitely horror elements with this killer and with this chapter in general, and I can't whinge about that, being that this game has been bereft of horror for a long time. So it's cool. It's cool to have those moments within the game. I really enjoy it. In terms of her strength, I would say she has her ups and she has her downs. I would definitely class her as your classic hit and run killer. If you go for a chase, if you go for a stroll with a survivor who does know how to loop, you're in a little bit of trouble. Get those pallets down as quick as possible if they're, God pallets or whatever. Move it along. Transport to a... Transport? Teleport to another TV and continue the chase and continue to get people off gens. I mean, it's no shock or surprise that the devs have placed the TVs right on a gen. It's like, in a lot of cases, you're right there. You just have to turn left or right and sometimes straight forward and you're on the gen. So her map pressure is great, and I'll definitely say that if we go back a few chapters, what is the one thing that we've whinged about a few times now to the devs? Map pressure. There's no map pressure with killers. We were annoyed with the clown rework. There was no map pressure. The artist certainly has map pressure. You can't deny that. Yeah, this girl is a hit and run machine. She will work really well with certain perks and things like that, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But I would say she's pretty good. She's not amazing. You will definitely find if you're in a loop, you are most likely, against top tier, it's going to be really hard. But she does have her phasing and, when she's not manifested, and that can confuse people. But I have a feeling like everything else, the survivors will get used to it. But let me just show you the patch notes really quickly because there's a couple of things I want to highlight here. So Sadako Rising patch notes, added the new killer, added the new perks. If we want to talk about the perks really briefly, they don't really do much for me at all. I don't feel anything from them. I need more time with them, but I just think overall they're all very sort of meh. We got good perks last chapter, so I'm not going to whinge too much. Nurse is back in rotation, so that's good news. Happy with that. Add a new custom SFX intros to all maps. I did not notice that, so I need to pay more attention to that. Not just Coldwind Farm, all maps, so that's interesting. Add the option to lock viewpoint aspect ratio 16:9. Yep, they've also addressed the stretch res, which is really cool. And oh yeah, this one's interesting. Improved detection of modified or corrupted game files. I'm not sure if that works for everything else, but for Steam, that's a good one. Daily rituals were reset today, guys. We all got 100,000 for that, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what the go is with that. They're sort of testing things, I guess. But moving to the bug fixes, look at this shit. You guys can check out the patch notes in the description. I'm going to copy and paste it in there. There's a lot that they work on with these chapters. It's actually incredible how much they get done lately. I will have to admit that. Fixes from PTB as well. Look at this. Like, look at that. That's yeah, that makes sense that all this is like 3 weeks work right there in between that period of PTB and live. That completely makes sense. Just going over some of the changes that they gave for her. Changes from the PTB with the Onryo. Decreased manifest charge time to 1.5 was 2.5 seconds. And in the chase, that really does make a big difference. It means that you can stay with the survivor and not losing not having too much of a penalty for using your power That's always a good thing. Decreased demanifest charge time to 1.5 from 2.5 seconds. So again, it's another second just wiggle room there, which is great. I appreciate that. This one's massive. And this one is what I could tell the most difference was. Decreased maximum visibility range to 24 meters was 32. She really is a sneak up on you and kick your ass killer. I think that's really good. And with that, decreased terror radius, which is probably the biggest one, 24 meters was 32 meters. So this is massive. That definitely gives her an edge. I mean, again, her looping may not be the strongest thing in the world, but hit and run certainly is. It's all telling you to hit and run. Like, you know what I mean? So patch notes don't lie. I'm not going to talk about the Condemned too much. They said they made a few changes. You can read it here if you like, if you have the time to. Pause the video or whatever. Yeah, I don't really care about the Condemned thing. I didn't have a single opportunity of being able to Mori a survivor with the killer's power. The videotapes thing, I don't know if any survivors are sort of playing ball with it and carrying the videotapes. I don't think they are. I didn't notice too much at all. Yeah, I think it's just sort of like the pig, you know, reverse bear trap. It's not going to happen too much. It didn't happen at all today. Probably not going to happen much. Yeah, and then the dev note here is underneath. These changes are intended to make the Onryo more viable on open maps and allow her to manifest more frequently during chases. In addition, passive Condemned progression has been buffed and removal nerfed to make it more threatening overall. Again, I don't notice the change on that. That's fine, whatever. I guess time will tell. But yes, you can definitely tell. You can be in the middle of a chase, hit, manifest. It's incredible. Some of the it's hard getting it down sometimes, but just keeping everyone on the edge of their seat, sort of like not knowing what's going on all the time, is she does feel rewarding in that regard. And yeah, she definitely harkens back to a little bit of horror, so I appreciate it. Known issues, yeah, Haddonfield's still disabled. Not going to whinge about that. So is the offering, because we all are very aware by now, if you didn't know, that we are getting a rework to Haddonfield. There's already been assets that have been leaked, so it's definitely happening down the road. Right, now moving to Sadako. I don't want to butcher that anymore. You guys know everything. I've been through it all before. I just want to show you what I was using in particular today. I was using a lot of Sloppy Butcher. I was using sort of early game prevention, corrupt intervention. Sort of gives you an idea where they are, especially with phasing, going through TVs at the start of a match. Dying Light, slow the game down. I don't have a lot of perks, by the way. I'm probably going to P3 this girl. And Thrilling Tremors to find out where they are, so I can find out where I need to manifest. Also, a lot of information perks are going to help this girl. Barbecue and Chili, Discordance, Tinkerer, all these. So Tinkerer is going to be disgusting with her, actually. All going to be very viable perks. Corrupt, what's it called? Scourge Hook Pain. That's going to be very good. I mean, that's going to be pretty much meta for everyone now, isn't it? So, you know, something like that could work as well. But I do Sloppy Butcher, Thanatophobia down the road when I unlock it. Because keeping them bleeding, keeping them injured, hit and run, sort of like a fun legion. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But yeah, she's got a few good attributes about her that I hope people explore more without giving up on her. In terms of add-ons, man, I must say Ciso Cloth is definitely one of my favorites. I had a match against a Sadako on Ringu, where while survivors are within 8 meters of a powered TV, they are afflicted with the blindness status effect. This effect lingers for 7 seconds after the TV is turned off. So if the survivor doesn't do anything, they're just in a perpetual state of blindness, so they can't tell what's going on anywhere else in the map. Hooks going on, they can hear screams, they don't know what's going on. It's great. This actually is a little bit underestimated, and I really had a bit of fun with it, and great success. I didn't lose a Ringu match tonight. I got a tie, and I got 3Ks and 4Ks for the rest of the night. So that's pretty positive. And things like Bloody Fingernails increases the duration of projections bonus movement speed by 50%. So as soon as you shoot off from the TV, you're going to be that much faster. That's pretty cool. It has high sensitivity when you come out of the TV, so I'm not sure if that's a bug or it's intentional, but it can be a little bit jarring at first for people who are just playing, like, they haven't played her in the PTB. And the other notable mention I'll say, and it's not by much, but increases duration of the undetectable status effect by 2 seconds when manifesting by any means. 2 extra seconds of undetectable is a godsend sometimes. It reminds me of sort of the Demogorgon coming out of the Portal add-on where you're undetectable for another 2 seconds. A lot of people said that it was not a very big deal, but it did matter a few times. Like I got some good downs. So it's all right. I'm sticking to these two though. I'm having really good success with these two right now. But guys, overall, if I was to like rate the chapter, I'd say that I've had fun in the first day. I've enjoyed the killer. I haven't played the survivor yet, but all survivors are the same. They just have different skins. I haven't tried the perks though. Everything seems pretty nice. There's weak points. The perks, I've talked about that earlier. I don't think they're that great, but I don't care anyway. It doesn't bother me too much. The killer is, for me, is where it's all at. And for me right now, I'm having fun playing the killer and playing against her, which is a big deal, I think, in this current state of the game. We know it has its issues, so this is a breath of fresh air. How long it lasts? Hopefully, it lasts until the anniversary. Hopefully, we're still riding that high at that point, because this game definitely is going to need some good news coming out of the anniversary this year. But yeah, I'm probably going to P3 her, which tells you all you need to know, really, about my opinion of her. I think the chapter's pretty good. I've enjoyed it. I want to get better with her. I want to see if there's sort of other ways I can play her, other ways, other styles I can try, because I'm still trying to figure out the chase, the looping with her. I think a lot of people are. Hopefully time will tell, and hopefully there will be something that can be done. I mean, there's only so much you can do the red stain, right? But anyway, guys, what do you think about the Ringu chapter? What do you think? Who's your favorite survivor killer? Do you enjoy her? Do you not care about her? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to do all those YouTube things. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Hit that subscribe button. It helps me and it goes a long way. Really appreciate it. Love you all. And I'll see you guys right now. Come on over to Twitch. Come on. I'm live right now. Thanks so much, guys. Love you all. And remember,
we are better together.
See you in the next one.